In our last video, we learned how to add text to our screen. In this video, we're going to learn how to add an image to our screen, because as you know, images are imperative to the success of an iPad or an iPhone app. Now, I've created an image that you can use, but you can go ahead and create your own. It was just a very quick image. It's not pretty, but it's important that when you're actually creating an image for an app that you're going to attempt to sell, you need to spend the time creating a good image. But for our purposes, this sample one here will be fine. Don't download images off the internet, because if you do so, you could be breaking copyright and you might have this wonderful app, but if you get sued over it, it's not worth it. And don't assume you won't get caught. Don't break the law. So we're going to make a duplicate of the template folder. So we'll right-click on that, copy, right-click, and paste. And because we're doing images today, we're going to rename it Images. All right. Now, it's important that you put this image into the correct folder within your Images folder. So let's just open up the Images folder. We'll go into Debug, and we'll go into Assets, and then we'll open up Images. And then we'll just drag our image button into our Images folder. Now you'll notice that I have my image listed as image_button. It's helpful if you do that so that when you're programming, when you're skimming, you'll be able to see image. Oh, that's an image. Sounds, you might start with SND or something like that. All right. We'll just close this. And let's go ahead and open up the Images folder. And then we'll go ahead and open up the app, My First Step. Okay, we'll open up the source file app.cpp. Again, it's nice and clean. So that all we have to do here is add 3 little pieces of code in order for the image to show up on the screen. So the first thing we want to do is introduce a variable, and we're going to call it button. So int space button semicolon. Now we come into the app main section, and we're going to say button equals. So take the variable button, and with that variable, we're going to use the API code image add. We're going to add an image into memory. That's all that does. Image add just adds it into the computer's memory. It will not display it yet. Bracket, quotation mark. And now we have to tell it where is the image stored. It's stored in the images folder, /, and it is called img_button.png, quotation mark, round bracket, semicolon. Now, all of your images need to be saved as PNG files. And the easiest way that I do that with is downloading the free program called paint.net, but you can use whatever you want as long as you can convert it to a PNG. So for this line, it's important that you've got the capital on the I for images, you've got the quotation marks and things like that. Now that we've added the image into the memory of the app, not displayed it yet, but we've just added it into the memory, now we need to tell the app to actually show the image. So we use that using a piece of API called view add. That adds it onto the view screen, essentially. Bracket, that's the round bracket. And now we have to say, what's the name of the file? Well, we called it a variable. We stored it up here inside the variable button. So we're going to just say button, comma, space, and then it asks us what's the X value and what's the Y value for the coordinate. So let's just say it's 0, 0. There's no comma there. Round bracket, semicolon. Okay, now let's go ahead and press F5 and run our program. Alright, so let me just drag this into the view screen. There's my iPad app, and you can see my image is located at 0, 0. and I can repeat that view add as many times as necessary in order to put it into multiple locations. I don't need to redo the image add. If it's already stored in the memory, you can just say show it here, show it here, show it here. If I want to add multiple images, I just need to assign multiple variables and do multiple image adds, one for each, and then I can do my view adds. And that's it. That's how easy it is to add an image to the screen. So why don't you go ahead and try that and be a little bit creative. Can you get images to overlap? Things like that. Make a multi-dimensional screen. Have fun, and we'll see you in the next video.